mind your own beeswax. Hi everybody, it's me, Rebecca. Now I told you before that I'm a vegan and I kinda accidentally became a vegan. And you know how vegans have a tendency to tell everyone they're vegan? Yeah, that's because of a reason. It's not a, well, it's kind of one of my favorite topics actually, but no. Because being vegan is a lifestyle as opposed to being a vegetarian. Because when you're a vegetarian, you just don't eat meat. And sometimes not even egg or milk if you're intolerant or poor. But when you're a vegan, you cut out every single animal product, which means honey, eggs, milk, carmine, gelatin, all that fun stuff. And so I thought today I was going to tell you 8 weird things that are surprisingly not vegan. Because being vegan comes with a lot of reading all the ingredients in everything, and it's really boring. And most people don't know that a lot of stuff actually contains animal products. So yeah, I thought we'd just dive into that. Now, as I was looking through my home for things that weren't vegan that I could show you, I realized that I had managed to sort out all of my non-vegan things I wanted to show, which is good, because yay, I don't use them anymore, but it's also really annoying because I wanted to show off some things. I'm just gonna do a general thing, and I am not being paid by anyone to do this. No brands have sponsored me. This is just my opinion and what I've learned from reading the labels and looking stuff up online. And I'm also going to provide sources for most of my stuff down below, because you should do that. So, okay, I'm gonna start with my first thing. Number 1, chips or crisps if you're English. One of the things I really liked before I became a vegan and really miss was sour cream onion chips. But of course, sour cream is a dairy product. And so I thought, well, I'll just avoid that particular kind of that particular flavor and I'm gonna be fine. Until I started reading all the labels and realized there was milk sugar or milk powder or cheese powder in every single kind of chip or crisp. Same goes for Pringles, who are technically potato snacks and not chips. I managed to find 3 flavors I can eat. Most of them are being just plain salted. I am insulted. Usually dill and chives chips are alright. Also salted, some sweet chili ones, but that's 3 flavors out of closer to 20. And they get old really fast. Now actually one company has started making a vegan one that is a limited edition. So it's going to be around for a while, but then it's gonna go away and us vegans will start crying again. Finding this information is usually really easy because there aren't that many ingredients in chips, crisps. And at least here in Sweden they're written in like bold text on the ingredient information, and it usually says milk sugar or cheese powder, milk acid. Now, not all milk acid is actually a dairy product because it's complicated, but yeah, there are some chips around, but yeah. Number 2 is pesto, and it's one that makes me really sad because I love pesto. But pesto traditionally contains cheese, and usually Parmesan cheese. And Parmesan cheese is not only a dairy product, but it also contains stomach acid from calves or cows. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest, but I'm sure it's fairly easy to look up. I did know this once upon a time, but then I just had to avoid pesto and grew sad and I forgot. I did find one kind of vegan pesto in a town several miles from here, and I ate it really fast because it was delicious. So I don't even have that to show you. But I do have Sleepy Leo. Number 3, deodorant and antiperspirant. Now actually these both are vegan, I think. I'm not sure about this one because I am not an expert. I have been reading the label over and over and over again, and I think I didn't find a single animal ingredient, but I'm not certain. However, this one is certified as vegan, and that helps. Now, a problem for me while reading all the labels, especially of products that aren't food, is 3 words I tend to mix up a lot, and that is linalool, limonene, and lanolin. Yeah, they're also spelled very similar. Now I'm going to read this out loud because I can't remember this stuff. This is actually straight from Wikipedia, and this is the first thing that pops up when I Google this thing. Linalool, which is vegan, refers to 2 enantiomers of naturally occurring terpene. Linalool is a naturally occurring kind of alcohol found in many flowers and spice plants. It's just plant stuff, and that's vegan. Limonene is a clear colorless liquid hydrocarbon classified as a cyclic monoterpene and is the major component of the oils in citrus fruit and peels. No, in citrus fruit peels, sorry. It's usually used in food, for flavoring and in makeup. And I think both of these have both of them, ironically enough. Yeah, they do. And they're used in basically every product that you don't eat, because you're not supposed to eat linalool, I think. They're used in They're used in skincare products, in shampoos, and in deodorant. Now, the troublemaker of these 3 is lanolin, which is the fat in sheep's wool. And as a side note, not all yarn is vegan either, and I'm crying because how they're harvested. Now, the reason why lanolin, even though you don't kill animals to obtain it, why it isn't vegan, is because in big farms and just basically everyone that isn't a tiny little farm, the animals are really stressed out and usually a fair bit cut up after having been shaved. And they also have been bred to need to be cut every once in a while because their fur just won't stop growing, or their wool, their hairs. And it's not good for them, they can't handle being on their own, and usually people get paid for how many they cut and not for how well or how carefully, and so the animals suffer. It's also a big part of the whole animal farming complex, and the animals suffer from it, and that's the whole point of being a vegan, is to prevent animal suffering. Even in my deodorant. Deodorant usually doesn't contain lanolin, but it can contain beeswax. And of course, when I think of beeswax, I think of those cute little like beehives and just happy bees buzzing around, being happy. And that is not the truth, unfortunately. According to PETA, I'm gonna put a link in the description, bee farming, or beeswax, is obtained by boiling and cooling and stifling a honeycomb. And the queen bee has her to be able to do bee farming, they literally pluck the wings of the queen bee, and so she can't leave. She's stuck in the hive forever. And when they move her, they grab her and a few guarding bees, which will be killed when they put her in the new beehive. She's also forcefully inseminated in a very similar way to a cow, which I'm not going to get into because it's unpleasant. It's really, really unpleasant, and you can look that up yourselves if you are curious, but I don't want to be the one giving you nightmares today. Number 4, shampoos, conditioners, and soap. Now, I'm not an expert in this. I don't think this one actually contains any animal ingredients, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm not an expert, and I've been reading the back label over and over and over again, and I'm still not sure. This one is certified vegan, so this one I know for sure doesn't contain animal products. They both contain limonene and linalool. Yeah, but not all shampoos and soaps and conditioners are vegan. And it's difficult to find out because once again you have to read the entire label, and that's a lot of complicated words that I do not know what they mean because I am not a science major or a scientist. I'm just me. And that is annoying. So I really do like it when companies put like a little sticker on their stuff saying that they're vegan, because that makes my life so much easier. Several times also when I have been buying something, I read the label or thought I finished reading the label properly, and then I managed to somehow skip over beeswax or lanolin, and then I get home and I'm like, drat. That does not mean I encourage throwing things out. I've already bought it, the damage is already done because I've still contributed to what I don't like. But it would just be a waste to throw it out, and it wouldn't lead to anything. Don't throw stuff out. Number 5, hair dyes. Once again, this is a vegan hair dye, and I'm really happy because I'm really happy because, yay, some hair dyes and makeups do contain beeswax and the kind. But they're also tested on animals, which means they're not cruelty free, and that is also not good because it's not just giving like a bunny mascara. It's usually shaving off or scraping off some of the fur and just smearing it in there, or making them ingest or inhale a lot of chemicals, and then they're dead or killed because then they serve no purpose, and the testing site, that is the whole animal, has been contaminated. I'm not saying you shouldn't test things, but I'm saying that testing them on animals is not good or right according to me. They can also sometimes contain carmine, which a lot of lipsticks and makeups contain, which is lice. Look it up. And that is gross. It's also used in food and lots of candies because it's a pretty red. So, you know, the more you know. Number 6, nail polish. Says I, who am not wearing any nail polish. But yeah, similar with hair dyes and makeups, nail polish don't always contain animal products, but they're tested on animals. And yeah, I can kind of visualize putting like rouge on a bunny, but shaving off the fur and just smearing nail polish on the skin? No. And it's the same thing. They also contain alcohol, and make them ingest them and smell them, and no. But this, however, is actually a vegan nail polish. It's fun lacquer, and I'm going to put a link to the PETA website or the page where they have a long list of vegan nail polishes to choose from. And there are actually a lot of people who have just compiled lists of vegan nail polishes and vegan makeup, and yeah, I'm actually not gonna bring up vegan makeup because I don't use makeup, and I would have to do so much research and just look into everything, and no thank you. I'd rather do that sometime when I have someone around me who uses makeup and whom I can ask questions. Number 7. Skincare products. Now, similar with makeup and everything else I brought up, a lot of skincare products like lotions, body butters, body yogurts, hand creams, body milk, sorry, hair, contain lanolin or beeswax. One of my favorite shops that sell a lot of skincare products, I've actually started marking their things with vegan markings, and makes it a lot easier for me to go shopping there, which makes me really happy. They've also brought out a whole new line that is purely vegan, with a lot of different smells and stuff, and that makes me really happy. Because I have several times bought a hand cream or a lotion, and once again just read the entire label and was so sure it was vegan until I look for the 37th time and see the little note that says beeswax. Mind your own. Now, the ones I was showing are from Body Shop, which I do like, and they're really good at marking their stuff out, and they're also completely cruelty free because they do not test on animals, and they want to ban animal testing. And I think both of those may be vegan, but I'm not sure because, again, labels. But I know all the body yogurts are, and I have started switching over. Those are ones I bought a while ago. Now, the last one is just weird. And a lot of people don't know this. I found out recently, and that is number 8, wine. And I'm gonna whine about wine. This is actually a vegan-friendly wine, and also drink responsibly. But actually, a lot of wine get contaminated with animal products during production because... Give me a second. This is also from the PETA website, and it's been confirmed by several other sites that I've found. I've just scrolled through the first Google search, and it was just a whole bunch of information. But in the production of wine, PETA writes this. During the wine-making process, the liquid is filtered through substances called fining agents. This process is used to remove protein, yeast, cloudiness, off flavors and colorings, and other organic particles. Popular animal-derived fining agents used in the production of wine include blood and bone marrow, casein, which is milk protein, chitin, which is fiber from crustacean shells, egg albumin, derived from egg whites, fish oil gelatin, produced from boiling animal parts, also used in candy, and isinglass, gelatin from fish bladder membranes. Sounds delicious. They also write, thankfully, there are several common fining agents that are animal friendly and used to make vegan wine, like this one, I think. It says vegan friendly, so I assume. Carbon bentonite clay, limestone, kaolin clay, plant casein, silica gel, and vegetable plaques are all suitable alternatives. Now, you can most wines don't actually put it on the labels if they have been filtered through animal products, but some have started putting vegan labels, and there's lists of people who have just made lists of vegan wines or vegan friendly wines that you can buy. And as with all things, all foods and all products, use them responsibly, don't overuse. So yeah, that was 8 weirdly non-vegan products, and I had fun going through my house and finding them. Not so fun going through a store and trying to find vegan alternatives. But people are getting better, companies are getting better, but it's still a slow walk that way. I lost the metaphor somewhere. So yeah, that was it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Now I have a huge glob of hand cream on my hand. My hands are still sticky.